Hey guys, GitHub and VSCode, they are two developer tools that power the life of developers so much. I can't imagine surviving as a developer without these two awesome tools. All right, in this video, I'm going to show you guys how I leverage VS Code for making commits. So this is me inside of VS Code. All right, so VS Code is awesome, VS Code is powerful, and GitHub is also, GitHub means life to developers. So I'm going to show you guys how I leverage VS Code to help me make proper commits, to help me make commits the right way, to help me make professional, well-crafted commits. I'm going to show you guys how I leverage VS Code to help me do that. If you're using another code editor, come on, this is a special invitation to VS Code. So enjoy the video. So not against my promise, I promise to show you guys how I leverage VS Code for making commits, right? So right now, I'm going to bring out my terminal again. I didn't zoom in, so I just hope you guys were getting the video, we're getting a good view of my code editor. So having created our repo, we don't need to do any stress. We just make our commits, we stage our files, make our commits, and we push to GitHub. So let's split our terminal. You can split your terminal, right? So let's split our terminal, and then beginners will usually just clump everything together, right? Add everything together and then push. But as a best practice, it's important that you don't just add everything together and push. For every related task you carry out, make commits on those tasks, right? For every related task you carry out, make commits on those tasks. So it actually makes sense for us to clump everything together and push, right? Because it's all related to the server. But I'm going to split my commits into two. I'll commit everything about the server folder, and then I'll commit the README afterwards. So let's add up all of these guys. All right, so you don't need to, you can target these files individually, right? I can say cd server, right? I want to go into the server folder, and then I can say git add. I can now target / I'm coming. Let me see. Let me keep an eye on the routing. So git add. I'm currently on the root, right? Git add. I can go directly app.js, and then you're going to see I'm going to stage app.js, right? So this is how staging works with Git. App.js is going to move from changes to staged changes, right? I just added app.js. So that's how you can follow them one by one and add them individually. Let me add the controller, right? So git add / I want to go into controllers. I'm currently on the home route, right? Controllers, and then slash profile.js. So you're going to see now profile.js as well is going to get staged. So that's how you stage your files one by one. But that's serious, terrible hard work if you have a lot of them. So the best way is to leverage on this ability that VS Code gives you. So VS Code, just click on this source control icon here, and then you are able to stage files just by clicking this plus button, right? So right now I'm going to stage all the server files. I'm going to stage all the server files. All right, so I've staged all the server files. Aside staging the server files, aside staging them, right, you can equally, for example, if we have had previous commits on the repo, you are going to be able to explore your commits from this place, right? You can see the initial commit creating the repo is here. I can revert this commit just so easily. I can copy the share code. I can do amazing stuff right from inside of GitHub. Sorry, right from inside of VS Code. How does that happen? As for this commits feature, as for this commits ability, it's powered by what's GitLens? It's powered by GitLens. GitLens is an extension. It's powered by GitLens. So you search GitLens. GitLens, yeah, this is it, GitLens supercharged. So this is the extension you search, and when you install the extension, you're going to discover you now have access to this commit section on your source control area, right? Which is very, very helpful. Even after I make this commit, you're going to see it show. I can easily revert it without much stress. So I've made the commit, right? Have I made the commits? Yeah, I've staged, I've not committed. So now let me commit, git commit. All right, good. -n, of course. This is how I make my commit message. For commit messages, I prefer using a keyword. Sure is a good keyword. I've done a lot, so let's call it sure. You can use refactor if you made some changes, right? You can use refactor if you make some changes. You can use assets if you are adding files, right? So I'm going to just call this chore. Like I said, I've done a lot, so it's a good keyword. And then created API. Okay, completed project server, right? Completed project server. Good. I'm now going to make the commit. You're going to see the commit is going to show here, right? You see it here. Completed project server 6 seconds ago. I mean, this is dope. This is awesome. So completed project server, I can easily revert. It's just so easy. When I click, I can easily cancel the commit. You'll see all the files will come back here, right? So this is how VS Code helps me to be efficient. So let's go back. Let's redo the commit. So they're all going back, and then now I'm going to commit the README as well. So let's commit the README, and then let's give it a commit. I staged the README, sorry. Now I'm going to give the README a commit message, and then what do I call it? Is it refactor? No, refactor. Let me give it a show as well. Simple. Let's just say added project README. Oh, this commit is wrong. I'm gonna revert it. Right? Can you see how cool it is? It's easy, right? So the README was added. It was already here when it came, so I shouldn't use added project with me. I should use updated project with me, right? Did I make any update even? Yeah, not update actually, just the space. But let's commit it, right? It's just the space, but basically I just want to show you guys how I use commit, right? So let's call it refactor, just a little change, created a single line. Nothing important though, but Git consider that as a change which should be committed. So git commit dash m refactor, you can say update on change or update. You can say update on readme file, update on readme file. Alright, good. First of all, before we push, let's go back to our GitHub repo. You're going to see that our GitHub repo at the moment is still empty. It's still looking clean. Okay, this is the other project repo. The one we're currently working on is live. So YouTube live. You see, it's still looking very much clean. So now let's go back to VS Code, and the moment we hit push, it's going to push our server up there for us with the update in the README file. So as you can see, it's showing now. You can see everything we did is all here.